Hi, Sam here. I had a request for yoga for lower back pain. So, this whole sequence is just to help release your lower back. And I'm going to hold the poses for a few seconds just to show you how to get into them. But if you're trying this at home, really try to hold the poses for as long as feels good for you. So don't be afraid to stay in these poses for at least 45 seconds to a minute, even longer if you are comfortable. Okay, so you can always start an easy pose. So easy pose can even be cross-legged, half lotus, full lotus, wherever you are. And just start by grounding down through your sits bones. So maybe removing some flesh, rolling your shoulders up, back, and down, and elongating the whole spine. So pretending like there's a string pulling up your head towards the ceiling. So we sit up nice and straight. And from here, let's inhale our arms up. Let's take our left arm, left hand to our right knee. From here, let's take our right hand, place it behind us like a second spine. And then look over that right shoulder. So you're going to breathe here. You're going to inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist further. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist a little bit further. And twist from your midsection. And we always balance out our body, so we're going to inhale our arms back up. Bring the right arm, right hand to our left knee. Left arm comes behind us like a second spine. And we're inhale, lengthening. Exhale, twisting to look over that left shoulder. And now just stay here for whatever feels good for you. We're going to come back around. Okay, so a great pose to help release your lower back is garland. So you're going to bring your feet out wide enough that you can get your heels on the floor. And from here, I want you to try to lengthen out your spine, put your hands together in prayer, and really try to push out those knees. So you're just lengthening up, engaging your hands and your arms, opening up those knees, and breathing. So you can stay here for whatever feels good for you. Our next pose is going to be some simple cat-cows. So these are great for everything from relaxing to releasing your back for stress management. So you're going to start on your hands and your knees. So you're going to place your hands fingers spread apart right underneath your shoulders. And your knees about hips distance apart, or 2 fists in between your knees. And from here, you're going to arch the back, drop the head, exhale. Inhale, drop the belly, head comes up. And you're just going to move with your breath here. So whatever feels good for you, however fast, however slow you want. Inhale. Exhale, coming back up. Inhale, coming back down. So this is great. If you ever feel overwhelmed or stressed, or you have some pain going on in your back, just get down on the floor and do some cat-cows. They're wonderful. From here, so we're in our cat-cows. We're going to spread our knees to about mat's distance. Our toes are going to come behind us to touch, and we're going to sit back on our heels. So from here, we're going to walk out our hands and lower our foreheads to the ground. Now you should feel the pull not only in your shoulders, but the release in your lower back. And now this is a great pose for centering, for grounding, and really helps that lower back. So stay here for however long feels good. It's a nice pose. Once you feel comfortable there, so you're down in your child's pose. Just tuck your toes under from here and push up into a downward dog. So in your downward dog, you want your fingers spread wide open. Your feet are about hips distance apart. You're trying to get your heels towards the ground, and your head comes towards the ground at the same time in between those hands. And now you can walk out your dog here, whatever feels good. Eventually this becomes a resting pose once you strengthen your arms and your flexibility increases a little bit and your strength. It's a great pose. for strengthening and stretching out the whole body. Okay, so from here, we're going to slowly walk forward. So I really want you to over-exaggerate this movement and take every step with mindfulness. Really feeling how the hamstrings feel here. And so forward folds are great for the lower back. They really release. So if you're not quite touching the ground from here, just grab for opposite elbows and let your head hang in between. So you can shake it yes, you can shake it no. If this isn't quite enough for you, you can interlace your hands behind your back and let gravity pull you down a little bit further. And this really feels awesome. So just take your time here, breathe. Okay, so from your forward fold, you can come straight up into your chair. So, I don't know if you can see everything here, but you're just gonna sit back, hands come straight up by the head, and you're just engaging your whole core. And then you can stay up in your chair for about 30 seconds, and then from the chair, you can exhale it back down to a forward fold. And just do a few of these rotations. So you come up into your chair, and then you fold down into your forward fold, using your breath to move. Yeah, make sure you hold this for about 25 to 30 seconds, maybe even a little bit longer depending how strong your core is. Okay, so from here, we can get back down on our mat. So you can lower yourself to the ground and find yourself on your back. So we'll find ourselves just flat on our backs with our heels coming in towards our butt. Your knees are tented. And when you're ready, when you're comfortable, I just want you to lift up your hips into a bridge. Once your hips are lifted, you can clasp your hands underneath your back and roll under your shoulders. And just stay in your bridge for at least 30 seconds. It'll engage your whole backside, strengthen that lower back, and just feel pretty good. So once you come down from your bridge, you can do a set of 2 of those. You can hug your knees in towards your chest. And just give yourself a rock back and forth, releasing that lower back. From here, airplane your arms out to the side. Drop your knees over to the right and look over towards the left. And now you're going to do this on both sides. Hold this for, again, 30, 45 seconds. You're going to lift back up, drop it to the other side, and look over the right hand. One last great pose for helping release the lower back is pigeon. But pigeon you would normally get into from a downward dog. So from a downward dog, you can lift up either one of your legs, place it next to your hands, and walk over your foot, coming down. If this is a little bit too much for you, you can always do a reclined pigeon from your back. So on our backs, we can tent our knees once again, bring our right foot up, create a 4 with our legs. So there's like a space in between here. So from here, you're going to get your right arm. You're going to thread it through, grabbing behind that left thigh, and just pull in your legs here. I know maybe you're good with them on the ground. Maybe this is a pull for you. But if you don't feel that much, you can always bring it in. Now, whenever you do yoga, if you do it on one side, you got to release down and do it on the other side. So we're going to thread through behind that right thigh and come into our reclined pigeon. Then you should always end your yoga practice just with a few minutes laying in Savasana. So while you're in Savasana, you can just pick up your head, look towards the right, look towards the left, then lengthen that spine and place it down. Palms are facing up, feet flop open. And just close your eyes here, take a few breaths, and try to focus your energy internally. Hopefully you feel better, ready for action after that. Namaste.